Hi, I'm Tom and I work for The Entertainer. I'm going to go through a beginner's guide of how to do looming because it can be quite daunting when you first start. There's lots of different things to it. But hopefully I'll go through this and this should answer a lot of questions a lot of you beginners have, and even some of you kind of a bit more advanced, just learning kind of some extra stuff as well. So here are some things you can use to make your loom. I'm going to go through the bases first. There are 4 different types that we have. You can see we've got 2 what I call the static looms. The reason for that is that obviously these pegs do stay where they are. The 2 different types, you can see you've got a thinner one and a thicker one. Also the peg difference with them is that this one, the pink one, does have 1 extra peg. So that basically means if you're doing a design you can make it just that little bit longer. Obviously there's the curved and the square. I find the curved one a little bit easier to use. On this one as well, I don't know how clear it is on the video, there is arrows on there as well to help you with some of your designs. But the one I always prefer to use is this one, which is called the adjustable loom. As you can see at the moment I have it all, so it all runs all together. The difference between having one which is staggered and one which is all together is the different types of bands you can make and different bracelets you can make. Some designs do need them to be all together and some of them do need them staggered. What I do like about this one is that you can simply take it apart and then rearrange the pegs. I'll show you how to take it apart in a second. And then the other one that we do is cute little finger loom. This one's ideal if you're going to make things like fishtail, which is this design here, or the inverted fishtail, or if you just want to do, you can do like a few designs. It's the same as pretty much using your fingers. Obviously with me, I've got quite big fingers, so I do lose blood or have stretch bands, so this is perfect for me to do lots of kind of little designs. You'll hear about S-clips, which is an S-clip here. S-clip is what's used to hold your bracelet in place once you've done it. You will hear people go on about C-clips, which is one like these, but the S-clip I find is a bit easier, mainly because it's thicker, so you can always hold one end and you can grasp it on to a band a lot easier than you can with a C-clip. And then lastly, go through the different types of hooks. We have a metal one and a plastic one. The plastic one is good if you're going to be doing simple designs, but as soon as you start doing more complicated ones, because it being plastic, it will bend under some of the pressure, and so that can sort of affect kind of the quality that you're doing. Obviously a metal hook doesn't bend, so it basically means it's a lot stronger and easier to make some designs which end up having a lot of bands on one peg, because there's quite a few we do end up with quite a lot. I'm going to show you now the best way of taking apart your adjustable loom. Obviously you can see you have the blue brackets going along. Obviously if you do need a design which does need your base to be staggered, you only ever need to move the middle one. So how to do this is you simply turn it upside down, and the best way to do it is if you start at one end and you simply place your hands on the outer band, on the outer runs, and you use your thumbs just to gently push it so it pops out the middle one. Don't put too much pressure on, because if you do, it'll build up pressure here and it'll make it snap. So you simply just move along. Once the first one's out, the rest is easy to do. Just give it a simple push, and then the last one will push out. Try not to use too much force when doing this, and then it will simply pop out of place. Then if you need to move it staggered, obviously how it was before, so like this, so all aligned, you can simply take it, move it one down or one up, depending on what sort of design you're going to be using. Obviously mine is designed to be placed one down, so at which point then you have this blue bit here holding the very top of the one, and this blue one down here holding the very base, and then have the 2 in the middle just to keep it sturdy, because if you're having lots of patterns going across, it can cause the loom board itself to pinch together, so just having these extra ones in the middle here just helps prevent that. I have here one of our loom cases. With this one, when it comes, you get the 2000 bands. You also get the hook, the clips, some charms. You also get obviously the loom bands themselves and a little finger loom. This one's quite a special one because you get some extra bands for free as well. The hooking tool that it does use in here is the metal one. So if I open it up, as you can see, it already has everything already neatly organised into place. You have all your bands. You also have your metal hook. You have your little finger loom. You also have a space for your loom base. If you do have one of our adjustable looms, you prefer to use that one. This one does also fit in. You've just got to make sure that all the pegs themselves are aligned up. That simply slot into there. You also have a nice little compartment down here where you've got all your S-clips and some of your charms as well, so you can add all those on. You can also use this kind of store kind of other things you like. Occasionally I'll kind of store a few extra bands like that I've got into here. The different bands that we sell, as you can see here, we have some nice sort of glitter ones which are a little bit translucent. We have the full colour ones, you can see obviously more vibrant colours. We also do scented bands, as you can see, well you can see on here, you can't smell them, but on here you do have a blueberry and a banana scented bands. We also do ones which, if you can see if I take this off, these clear ones here, which are the colour changing bands. The colour changing bands change colour when exposed to sunlight. For example, these ones, when the sun will shine, they will then turn into a deep purple. In the pack you do get the 3 colours of that change. The best way to see, if you take them out to sunlight, you'll see them change. They go to a pink, a purple and sort of like a yellowy green. This band as well, I also have these ones here which are our glow in the dark bands. So of course I've got stacked them all up in all the different colours, and obviously like they say, once they've had some sunlight on them during the night they will glow in the dark. So I hope that answers some of your questions to do with looming. If you do have any further questions, you can either go to our Facebook page or you can simply pop into one of our stores and ask a member of staff. You can also go to our website to find out lots of different designs and different ways of making your looms.